Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about things that you won't find here in Albania that you're used to seeing in the United States. By the way, I thought I would tell you real quick where I'm at. If you're going, where is he filming his videos at nowadays? I am here in my coffee shop that I am starting up here in Albania. We have a separate channel for that, link down in the description, but I am taking a rest from doing some work around here. Thought I'd make a quick video. So the first one on the list is going to be drive-through restaurants. Now there may be one somewhere. I have not seen it. I've been all over this country and I've not seen one drive-through. So let's say there could be one somewhere, but you probably won't find it very often, if at all. So that is something that you will not see here. If you want something to go, you better go inside, order it, and then take it to go with you. Not a whole lot of fast food going on in this country. There are a few fast food chains that I have seen, but they are very sparse, very hard to find. Another thing you won't find here, for the most part, is huge grocery stores like you would be used to in the United States. Here you'll have smaller grocery stores. You'll get to know the employees real well because you'll see them over and over again, and you can find everything fairly quick. So there's a lot of positives to this. I've never liked big grocery stores to begin with because I hate going grocery shopping. I want to get in and get out as quickly as possible. That means if I'm in a big grocery store, I have to go all over the place to find what I need. The smaller ones I do like, but you will not find too many big ones, if at all, here in Albania. And if you're looking for something like Walmart, where it's a store that sells everything from groceries to fishing hooks to furniture all in one place, not a thing here for the most part. I only say that because there could be one somewhere I've never seen, maybe in the capital, which I am not in. But those things really don't exist here. What you're going to find is a lot of smaller stores. You need a furniture store, you go to a furniture store. You want a fishing store, you go to a fishing store. That kind of thing. So there's a lot of business owners here with their own unique business, and they specialize in that particular thing, which I really do like, versus going into, let's say, a Walmart. You go to the fishing section, ask them something about fishing, and they have no idea. It's another hourly employee who just got stuck in that department. Amazon delivery. So, for the most part, I have heard that Amazon delivery is non-existent here. So if anyone is getting anything from Amazon, I have not heard about it. There may be some extenuating circumstance on some item where you can get it delivered here, but this is kind of like the Bermuda Triangle for Amazon deliveries. It can be delivered to Italy, but good luck getting it to Albania. Free soda refills in restaurants. We're so used to that in the United States. They don't have it here. I'm going to say that's a plus. The reason being, we as Americans drink way too much soda anyway. So I'm not going to order, let's say, a Coke, finish it, and then order a complete different Coke all over again. So that kind of limits how much I drink. I have noticed that I drink a lot more water here because of that. So I'm going to say that's a good thing. Central heating and air in homes. Now, do they have it here? Yes, but few and far between. Mostly what you're going to see, there aren't window units, they're just individual units. Like there'll be an air conditioner in a bedroom, there'll be an air conditioner in the kitchen area, or there's an air conditioner in the living room, or there's no air conditioners at all. So just know that the central heating and air thing here, it's not really a big thing. And since we're talking about homes, garbage disposals are not a thing. I've never seen one here, so I'm going to say it's not here at all. Somebody may have one. If you do and you live here in Albania, speak up in the comments, but let's just say it's not very common. Now, the next one isn't going to apply for all you Americans, but it's just randomly smiling at strangers and saying hello. I'm from South Carolina. There, if you walk by somebody on the street, you look at them, smile, and say, hello, how y'all doing? Something like that. And I know that's not what they do all over the United States, but I can assure you that is not the norm here in Albania. I have tried it. I have now stopped. I used to walk by people and go, "Përshëndetje, si je?" They looked at me like I was crazy. I mean, they just stared at me. Some of them actually did say "Përshëndetje" back to me, but for the most part, I just got the weird stares. Another thing you're not gonna find here in Albania, hey, maybe it's the city I'm in, I don't know, and that is personal space. You ain't getting any. People get right up on you. I mean, very, very close. If you're waiting in line somewhere, we're going to talk more about lines in a minute. But if you're in a line somewhere, don't be surprised if somebody's brushing up right behind you. I mean, like, I've turned around just kind of looking at people like, could you get any closer? Kind of creepy. Another thing you won't find here is high tipping expectations. Notice the way I worded that. I didn't say that they don't accept tips here, but in the US, as you're well aware, everyone has high expectations of being tipped for everything they do. And if you don't tip enough, they may even mouth off at you. They don't really have that here. They are genuinely happy if you do tip them. Tipping is not customary all the time. However, tips are very much appreciated here. It's just not the same culture and as aggressive as the United States. Another thing not here is over-the-top political correctness. Yay, don't really have that here. I think that's a plus. Having ice automatically in your drinks when you order a drink is not a thing here. Now, if you've been in Europe, you probably know that because it's not really a thing most places here in Europe. Just so you know, Albania is no different. And by the way, we are opening up a coffee shop here in Vlora, where I'm at. So feel free to come by here if you're looking for a drink with some ice. We will have an ice machine. But just know that is not that normal here. You really need, if you do ask for ice, you might get 3 cubes in there. It's not like they're gonna fill the drink full or the cup full of ice. You know how in the United States, you can go just about anywhere with your debit card or your credit card and use them just about, like I said, anywhere. You can go up to food vendors in a food truck and they'll take them wherever. That is not the culture here in Albania. Yes, you can use cards in some places, but for the most part, everyone wants cash. It's a very cash-based industry here. The funny thing though is that nobody seems to ever have change. You go into any grocery store, restaurant, and it's a change war. They want you to pay to the penny. They don't have pennies, but you know what I'm saying. And they don't want to have to break your money up into smaller denominations and give you change back. Apparently there's a change shortage in this country. Don't fully understand it yet. Having a clothes dryer in your house is not normal. They do have clothes dryers here though. We've already purchased one at a store called Neptune. You can find it by going to neptune.al. But they do have dryers here. Just know it's not an everyday thing. And another strange thing, since we're talking about the dryers, is that we have a dryer that doesn't vent outside of the house. It vents on its own, which I've never seen before, and I don't understand why we don't have those in the United States. The smoking culture. Here they have a smoking culture that you will not see in the US. They have smoking inside of places, outside of places, walking around places. People love smoking cigarettes here in Albania. It is getting better though, folks. There's a lot of places now on the inside where you cannot smoke. There's signs up. Ordinances are being passed now in different areas for no smoking inside. Don't let that deter you from coming over here. I am a non-smoker and I get by just fine, and I don't like the smell of cigarette smoke at all. So just know that it's a lot different here than it is in the US with the smoking culture. Now we're going to talk about waiting in line. I've been told by Albanians that Albanians don't like waiting in line. But I think we could all agree none of us like waiting in a line. However, you will find this happen to you in Albania, where you'll be the next one in line, let's say at the grocery store, and somebody cuts right in front of you. I kid you not, because they have one item and you've been waiting 3 people back, and you finally get up there and they feel like they can go right in front of you, and the cashier actually waits on them before you. Don't get too offended, Kind of the cultural norm here, just want to warn you ahead of time. Big, gigantic neighborhoods, organized neighborhoods, really isn't a thing here. Lots of apartments, lots of high rises. There are individual homes, but they don't seem to be like in a neighborhood the way you would section it off at most places in the United States. It's a little bit different here. You're going to have to get used to not living in a neighborhood if you were used to living in one. There may be some exceptions in different parts of Albania, but I can tell you I have not seen it yet. Another thing you may not see a whole lot of here that you do see, even though it's probably fake in the United States, is happy cashiers, where they greet you with a warm welcome, ask you if you found everything. That stuff don't happen. If it does happen here in Albania, just give them a hug because they're awesome. For the most part, you're going to get that face with no expression. They're not going to say anything to you. They'll tell you the total. They'll slide your things. You got to bag them yourself. You got to tell them if you want a bag or not. And that's the end of the transaction. They're off to the next person. Really no customer service at all the way someone from the US would think customer service should go. So don't let that shock you when you get here. And last but not least is going to be businesses with websites. For whatever reason, businesses here do not tend to like to pay for a website. I think it's because they feel like no Albanians will actually get on those websites. That being said, when you want to do a Google search to find businesses that are in your area for different services, there are going to be very few results for what you're looking for. And then you'll walk through the town and find the store, the type selling exactly what you're looking for. They have no Google listing. They have no website whatsoever. You could even tell them, dude, you should get a website. It's going to go over their head. They're not going to see the need for it. What they do have and what they do utilize are the free things like Instagram, TikTok, and some use Facebook, not all. So just know that when you do Google searches or website searches for things in your city, don't be surprised if it's not on there. And sometimes you're going to look for something and go, they just don't have it in this town. They do. You just need to ask people that live in that town and tell them what you're looking for, and they can direct you to those places. So I hope this list helps you out just a little bit. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you feel so inclined, buy us a coffee. We would really appreciate it. I'm going to end this by saying thank you in Albanian, which is Faleminderit.